guys, Matty SRT back here with another upload. And what I'm going to be talking about here, I'm going to probably do a few videos of this so that way I don't make one big long video, because I tend to be a detailed guy. But we need to go over what Dodge revealed to us earlier in the week for Speed Week with their current lineup, with the new model, and then of course the future of Dodge with where it's going. And I just want to give my 2 cents on it here. I decided to make these after the fact, these videos, because, well, everyone gets a little emotional when they start talking about something new and different. And I just kind of wanted to go over everyone's opinions and views and then do my own assessment and let you guys know what I think. So in this video, since I'm a Durango guy, I'm going to go ahead and start with the first thing that's on my mind. And that's going to be the return of the Durango Hellcat for 2023. So a lot of you know that our Durango owners, especially if you got a Hellcat, it was announced in 2020 in July from Tim Kuniskis that they were going to come out with a one model year Dodge Durango Hellcat. And the reason for that was due to emissions with something to do with the evaporative thing on the motor or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. And he said that they were going to basically build as many as they can. And then later on, Stellantis had put out a presser release that they said roughly they were estimating that they were probably going to end up making 2,000 units. Now, that wasn't a set number, just so you guys know. The 2,000 units was not a set number for them to make. That was just a rough estimate that they figured by the time they opened up ordering and then did the production of the vehicles, that they figured that would be all they can make. So that was what everyone started, oh, only 2,000 we're gonna, that was just a rough estimate. Of course, months later, they ended up doing another press release. Obviously, there was a lot more demand for them, and people were wanting to get their order. And according to this, there was people putting orders in, but they weren't gonna get filled because they were already sold out. So Stellantis was like, all right, we're gonna try and build some more, and they reallocated motors, Hellcat motors that were going to be going in other vehicles, and they dedicated it to the Durango Hellcat so they could make more. And so there was going to be roughly another 1,000 added on to the 2,000. So that's where this 3,000 number that came out that people always talk about. They were only supposed to make 2,000 or 3,000. It was never a set in stone number that they were going to make that many. Now, I follow a lot of Facebook pages, Durango related, Hellcat, Durango Hellcat related, RT related. So I'm in a lot of those groups just to see what people are saying about certain things of this, that. And there was a guy, and I'll say his name because he's a pretty cool guy. His name's Clark Otto. And he had been doing a Durango Hellcat tracker ever since they started getting sent to the dealers for pickup for delivery. And roughly speaking, he's calculated that there was roughly 3,400 to 3,500 Durango Hellcats made that were sold. And that also includes pre-production models, dealer, whatever, like the ones that they had people driving around to test once they had released that they were going to be letting this vehicle out. Supposedly they sold those, and other little things that they had, they got rid of. So roughly 3,400 to 3,500 is going to be where it's at. We're not going to have an official number just as of yet. We'll have to see if Dodge ever releases that. But just to kind of give you guys a quick history breakdown of what that was, that's what was going on with the Durango Hellcat in 2021. That the engine, if you remember on the video, on the live stream they did when they announced this, he said that the motor was only on loan and it was going to be a 1-year model production. Now, it was a 1-year model production. Remember, not limited model like a Demon or a Daytona Hellcat. Remember, they do that. They put a special placard on your dash here, and they put like a, you know, Daytona, whatever, and then it's number so-and-so of what. They were numbered. The Durango was never, ever numbered like that, because just like what I told you guys earlier, there was never a set in stone number of how many they were going to make. They were going to try and make as many as they could, and then from there, whatever that final number is, it is. That's why there was no VIN numbers that would match up with determining what number was what, because the VIN numbers were just all over the place. It just depended on your order. So it was never, ever going to be one of those things where it was a numbered car, this and that. It was just going to be a rare car or vehicle because of its only 1-year production. Now, of course, when Tim just earlier this week announced it was coming back, He said the best thing that came out of COVID was giving their engineers time to figure out how they can make it work. Now, go with me on this a little bit here. I just want to make sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Jeep did a redesign, obviously, if you guys know, for 2022. They got rid of the Trackhawk. They got rid of the SRT, okay? Jeep is now all on the new body style. So the Trackhawk and the SRT for Jeep, the Grand Cherokee, the last year for that was 2021. They went to the new model year. They didn't do an SRT or a Trackhawk, as a lot of you probably know. That being said, Jeep is part of the Stellantis umbrella, okay? So when you consider the umbrella of cars and what makers have to do to meet regulations for certain things in their brand or their umbrella as a company, them getting rid of the Trackhawk and the SRT and going to the new Jeep design that has these newer motors, especially that new Hurricane motor and all that, it allowed them to open up in some other areas to release the Durango Hellcat. At least that's what I am coming out in my research of figuring out, okay? So that being said, with them getting rid of that in the Jeep lineup, that opened up more possibility for them to keep the Durango going. Now, another thing that I'll talk about probably in another little video, I'm just going to keep this one for Durango rated right now. They came out with the Dodge Hornet, okay? And like I said, I'll just go over that in another video. But with them coming out with that model, that Dodge Hornet that has whatever the miles per gallon was, I think it was, what was it, 45 or 70 on there on the hybrid. And then if you go to electric only for the 30 miles, you know, you get so much, whatever. Them coming out with that model allowed them to also then meet more regulations that they were required as a brand to then open up somewhere else for other models. That's the whole reason for them releasing that Hornet, okay? So don't be thinking, oh, the Hornet's this and that. Like I said, I'll go over that in another video, but them releasing that model was actually a good thing that allowed Dodge to come back with the Durango Hellcat. And if you notice, he didn't say it was going to be another one-year limited production model or a one-year product, okay? He said the order books were opening, and then he went right into the Chargers and Challengers being the last year. Notice he did not say Durango, okay? So that being said, I am pretty sure with the Jeep thing, and then also now with the new Dodge Hornet, they're able to make the Durango Hellcat for not only 2023, but also they're going to do it for 2024. I'm calling it right here. And if I'm wrong, I'll call myself out, okay? But they're also going to come out with a 2024 model, which I am hoping may have the Redeye motor in it at that point, okay? I think this Durango Hellcat thing, bringing it back for the 2023 model, that was kind of a last minute thing. Well, not really a last minute thing. I'm sure they've been planning it for a little bit, but they never considered putting the Redeye motor in it. And we know they can, because remember the first time they ever put a Redeye motor in, it was that Pursuit Trap thing that we had saw on the Circuit of Americas that was racing, and they had put in a Redeye motor in a regular style Durango like mine, not the new 21 style. So they know it works, okay? We know the motor can go in there. We know the new tranny, all that. It'll fit in there. It's the same size motor. It just has a bigger blower on it, and it's got more updated rods and all that good stuff there being a Redeye motor. I'm hoping they might even just do a jailbreak on that sucker and just let us pick all the colors out for it too as well. If they're going to do it and do a last two raw, they might as well just do that, right? So anyway, more than anything, get back to the subject here. As we know, the Durango is going to be getting remodeled, redone, revamped. It's going to have a new model year. 2025, from the looks of it, is going to be when the new body-on-frame Durango is going to be released. So that being said, this current form of the Dodge Durango is going to be ending for the 2024 model year. So the way that he didn't say that the Hellcat was only going to be for 1 year again and other little things, it's telling me that the Durango Hellcat is not only going to be available for 23, but then possibly more likely for the 2024 model year. And that being said, also the possibility that they might just do a Redeye and just do a proper send-off and say, hey, this is the best SUV 3-row thing ever made. When you put that type of motor in there, it'll just beat the new Cadillac motor that's out there. It'll beat everything on there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. So I'm calling it here. They're going to probably release it for 2024 as well. And they said once everything's done with the Chargers and that, they're closing down. Just remember, that's for Chargers and Challengers. Nothing about the Durango in there. Okay, so just it's okay, Durango guys. I'm pretty sure we're going to have 2 years to go about this, all right? You'll be able to get your hands on one. Now, going to the subject of the 2021 Durango Hellcat members being really mad, I'm going to go back to this, and this is going to be my opinion. Okay, all right? I understand a lot of you are mad. I mean, I've seen a lot of comments, people wanting to start lawsuits for Dodge lying to you, this and that. They didn't really technically lie to you. They said that it was going to be a 1-year production model due to emissions, okay? Now, with things that change in government and this and that and other little things, they were able to make it work according to the lawyers and this and that, and get by the regulations to be able to make it for another year. Like I said, remember, the Durango was never officially numbered. They gave a rough estimate of how many units they were going to make and go from there. They never give you a numbered plaque, okay? Just think of the Demon. The Demon was, how many were made? 3,300 Demons. And that has a number on each one of those Demons. Now, if they decided all of a sudden make another Demon, then that would mess it up. Now, obviously, they came out with the super stock with 1 less horsepower and all this and that, and they get by things a little here and there. But as far as the Demon goes, that was numbered. It had a special hood on it. It was a special motor, and everything was special on that. The Durango Hellcat, the only thing that was special about it was that it was just going to be a 1-year only model at that point. Okay, there was no special hood that was done on it. There was no special interior. There was no special badging that was done. It wasn't it had the 710 motor instead of the 707. Which is weird. You would think they went to the 717 on the Hellcat motors. They would have done the same thing to the Durango, but Durango always seems to get tuned down just a little bit because of the all-wheel drive, but I digress. So anyway, I'm just letting you guys know, the ones that are mad about the 2021 model is supposedly supposed to be the other one. They're going to do a lawsuit, this and that. I'm sorry, guys, to break it to you. You're not going to win. I understand your viewpoint and where you're going. For someone like me that at the time the 2021s came out, not only could I not find one, but when I did find one, the dealer ended up ordering my spec, and then they were going to charge a $50,000 markup, okay? So now you guys are all worried about you're losing your value in your car. You got to remember, a car is usually never hold value. It's a depreciating asset. Everyone will always tell you you never buy a car for an investment, okay? Now, if it's a rare car, you do. That's why a lot of people do this. But I'm sorry, if you bought the Durango as an investment to try and get more money out of it because this and that, that was on you. That's like going to the stock market thinking you're going to put all your eggs in one basket and all of a sudden that market goes down and you lose it all, as opposed to diversifying, which has happened to me a few times. All right. But I understand your guys' viewpoint that, oh, the value of it's going to go down, this and that. Now, a lot of you that did pay markup on it, you know what the value was going to be on that sucker, with you paying the markup, you're paying supposedly the future value of that car already in the markups. Okay, so if you paid a $30,000 markup, a $40,000 markup, and you're thinking, oh, it's going to be worth more and more, I'm sorry, once that car goes down to what the actual value is, and then the market's up for it, then you're going to get back exactly the same money you paid for it. I mean, like I said, I go on and on about that, but I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm going to try and keep this video somewhat short, under 15-20 minutes, but I just want to let you guys know, those that are complaining, I understand your viewpoint, but I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. You're going to get a lawyer. There's some guy that's already got a website up that's going to supposedly go talk to an attorney to sue him and this and that. You're not going to get anything. There's nothing legally binding you to having bought that car, being promised that it was this and that. They were told it was just going to be a limited 1-year production, okay? And it wasn't going to be a limited number car. It was just limited production, all right? There's a big difference. You got to realize that. So if you went in there paying that, I'm sorry for you that happened to you and that you feel like you got gypped. But, you know, and I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me. But like I said, this is my opinion. Now I have a chance, if I were to hit the lottery here or do something, maybe I can actually get myself a Hellcat one that I would like. Although I'm probably not going to. I mean, I love my 392 here. It's just fine. But I'm just sorry, guys. It's not going to happen. If you want to try, you know, go for it. But I'm letting you know right now, there's no way you're not going to win that case. You know, you might get a judge that'll listen to you and this and that, but you're hoping for something that's not going to happen, okay? And I'm sorry you feel that way, but I, as a Dodge owner, as a V8 muscle car guy, I'm glad that they're making more of these. You would think as a Durango guy, you were glad that they're making more of these suckers, all right? So all of you 3,400 people that got these Durango Hellcats, you know what? There's more people out there like myself that would love to have one. Now we can have a chance that we can get our hands on a Hellcat on there, okay? So anyway, that's just my 2 cents on there. I just wanted to go over that and just let you guys know what I thought. So bottom line is 2023 Durango Hellcat is back, more than likely back for 2024, and I'm hoping they go with a Redeye or a Jailbreak option because they're still going to have the motors. Remember, the Hellcat motor is not going away. It's going to be going away in the production of the Chargers and Challengers, okay? You're still going to be able to buy these crate motors and all that through the direct connection catalog. So don't think the motor's going away. The motor's still going to be able to be here. You can still use it. They just can't put it in a production car anymore to make EPA guidelines. So the motor will still be around. You can still buy a Durango shell for all you care and then buy the Redeye motor. Heck, the Elephant motor is even in the Direct Connect catalog. You can order one of those when they become available again and get yourself a Elephant motor. You know, it's all there. Heck, you can even get the drag pack motor in there. That 342, what's that, 354 small block Dodge they got in there, that Hemi that they use in the drag pack. It's just badass as hell. So you can still get that. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's just my opinion on there. So if you got any opinions or questions or anything on the matter, go ahead and comment them down below and let me know what you think, and I'll try and answer back usually all the comments I do. Also, too, like I said, I'm going to do some more videos over everything that was done earlier in the week with Dodge for 2022 here. I'm going to go over that, and we should be good. So if you guys don't mind, give me this video a like and give me a subscribe so you can go and see any new content I put. I've been doing a lot of short videos recently because it just seems pretty cool to put out a 30 second to a 1 minute video real quick of what's going on and not have to worry about doing a big old video with you guys here and there. But of course, if the video does warrant that, I will put those I'll put more of those out for you so you can keep it on track, okay? So if guys, I appreciate you listening and let me know what you thought on there. But bottom line is, I'm glad the Durango Hellcat's coming back. Maybe I can get one. That way I can have on the channel. It's not going to be all that unique anymore. There's already tons of people that have done some Durango content out there with the Hellcat. And the only difference between that and mine is just going to be the motor. You're going to have faster times. I'm not exactly a racer. Although the Riverside Sheriff's Department here in California seems to want to make me think that I'm a racer with this little fix-it ticket here, saying that my exhaust is illegal when they didn't even test it or anything. So I got to go get that signed off this morning from the sheriff. But yeah, that's so stupid on there. That's going to be another video. I'll go over that. So anyway, guys, like I said, go ahead and give me a like, comments down below. Let me know what's up. And you know what? I'll catch you on the next video. So I appreciate you guys checking in with me. All right, Matty SRT out.